Hi, my name is Kaylee, and you're watching the Youth Code Jam Bits and Bytes Digital Literacy Series. Today's video is on a really short activity that's going to show us the fastest way to type. So it's a little bit blurry, but if you can see here, this is a computer keyboard. It's called a keyboard because it's a board that's full of keys, which are all these little white squares that basically are how we, the user, tell the computer what we want to do. And can type words in, type numbers in, things like that. So different keyboards will all look a little bit different. Some might have the numbers over here on the side, some might have them up top, some will have both. But for the most part, this side of the keyboard, the section right here with all of the letters, should look the same. They should be oriented the same way. So everyone will have Q in the top left-hand corner here. Everyone will have a P in the top right-hand corner, and so forth. All those keys should be the same. So the letters that we're using today, no matter what kind of keyboard you have, we should all be looking at the same thing. And so today we're going to be learning about home row typing. Maybe you've seen that in school before, or maybe you haven't. That's okay, we all come from different places. But so these green keys are what's called our home row. And the idea behind home row typing is that you actually keep your fingers on these green keys, just like the picture shows here. And that's where they're going to rest. That's their home, tens, home row. And so any time that you need to press any of these keys, you would just click the button. So if I wanted to press an F, I could just like move my index finger a little bit and I would press the F. And the cool thing about using home row typing is that all of the other letter keys are super close to your fingers already. So if I want to type an N, I can reach down with my left pointer finger and touch the N, and then I would bring it back to rest on the home row. And that convenient location right here in the middle of the keyboard is the secret behind how home row typing can be so fast. If you're not used to home row typing, if you're used to using your index finger, your pointer finger, and just like typing all of the characters one by one, that's okay. It might feel a little bit weird at first, but practice makes nearly perfect. And I promise if you stick with it and give it your all, that eventually it will become more natural and you'll be able to type more and more quickly. So this is the same picture as the one before. It's the same keyboard if you look at the letters. So remember we have our home row here, except the colors in this next picture are representing which fingers should be used to type which letters. So we have our home row, so like our four fingers would go here and here. But let's say I wanted to type any of these light blue letters. Well, then I know I should reach my pointer finger, which is originally resting right here, to type any of those. And I know it will be super close. So this picture is basically just to show you which fingers go with which keys. And the cool thing about it is that once you get used to home row typing, eventually you won't even have to look at the keyboard anymore to type. So for example, my pinky, if my pinky is in the home row position, my pinky will be resting right here. And let's say I know I want to type the letter P. Well, I don't have to look at the keyboard anymore because I know that the letter P is always going to be right above it. So I would just reach my pinky up and I would tap the P key and then I would bring it back to the home row right here. Yeah, and after a lot of practice, I wouldn't have to look at the keyboard to type anymore. So that's something cool that we can aspire to, but if you're not there yet, that's totally okay too. So now we're going to do some practice using home row typing. And if you want, you can pause the video at this point and type in this URL that's up here. This is typing.com/student/lesson/319/easy home row words. And I just found this on the internet. And I really like this website because it's really clean looking, but then also it has this sample keyboard down here with the fingers that are kind of like the like translucent fingers, so you can still see the keys, but they will show you where your fingers should go. So for this first part, it shows me that my pinky should be resting on the A, and so to type it, all I have to do is press down with my pinky. Then with the D, my middle finger is already on the D, So all I have to do is click it, and we'll do that again. My thumbs should already be on the space bar, so I'm going to press that. My pinky is already on the A. My ring finger on the other side is already on the L, so I just have to press that twice, and another space, an A, L, L. On for the E, I have to reach my middle finger up and press that E, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Same with the Y, I have to reach my right index finger up to hit that Y, but it's super close, so I can just click it and bring my index finger back to the home row. I would really encourage you to resist the temptation to take your fingers off the home row and just start punching those keys one by one with your index fingers, with your pointer fingers. While that may be more familiar, this is a great opportunity to be uncomfortable for a little bit and to learn how to use home row typing in a really safe setting that can be kind of fun. And yeah, like I said before, practice makes almost perfect. And so it's okay if things are slower now or uncomfortable now. The more you practice them, the more familiar they will become and the easier it will be. So you get the idea. I typed a couple of words here, and eventually after practice, um, maybe you can go a little bit faster. I've been typing on the home row since I was in elementary school, and I still make some mistakes sometimes, and that's okay. But I'm able to type a little faster than I would be able to if I was just using my pointer fingers. Using the home row enables me to type a little faster, which I have to type a lot of things all the time, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, and so you can use this lesson, or I think that typing.com has lots of other really cool lessons that you can take a look at. We won't go through them in this video, but you're more than welcome to take a look at the other content that they have to offer. And that is all that I have for you guys today. Happy typing, and I hope you have a great